Hey everyone, it's Bolt here. We're going to take a look at the newest update for Star Wars Legion Armory as provided by our good friends over at Star Wars Legion Studios. In this update, of course, many of units, whether they be old or new, have gotten much more extensive armors added to them. As you see this giant long list of 104th. This is more of a summarized view of everything. There's so much more that can still be included here. You'll see more backpacks. There's even way more than these, but these are kind of just some base ones and some of my favorite ones in particular. These are every single unit that is offered though, and then they're sorted by the Blue Force side here, the Op Force side. I have a couple base textures around here somewheres, as well as developers and stuff of that nature. So everybody, let's just jump right in here. This is going to be the Star Wars Legion Armory 0.9.4 update here, adding 104th gear, 172nd, 21st, 263, 5th, 327, 332nd, 506, 7th, the Anti-heresy specialist gear, which is one of my favorite gears. I actually thought it was someone's for a unit. To think that it's just, you know, an Easter egg in here is really fun. I'll show it to you guys here in a few. More dev gears, phase 1 color codes here, the Bacta injector station. It's not animated yet, but we do have the texture for it as made by yours truly. Very basic design. See how we can get this thing working similar to the medical droid. As I've said before, I feel like one thing that really killed the whole immersion of, you know, medics and everything was just Bactas and everything. So to kind of alleviate that and make it more immersive, have Bacta terminals place down medical droids that you can plop down and heal people, also making the medic's job a little bit easier, but also, you know, more fun. Still keep them in the fight and not just have to throw them Bacta and move on, but actually have, you know, spend a little bit of time getting the person backed up. We also have some invisible gears for Ghost Division, as well as some just base designs, as I said, for like the phase 1 hazard, airborne, and arc helmets. You'll see a good bit of arc helmets that have been added there, all good friends of the fin. So of course, as always, we have the Op Force side here. They are looking to get expanded very soon when the 1.0 hits or the 0.9.5 hits. Not too sure about that, but we do got very big plans for you guys. Aside from not only Legion Armory, but Legion Weaponry is turning out very nice. Still not allowed to show any, you know, showcase footage of it yet, but from what I've been trying out, guys, you're gonna love it. It's I know I'm biased to a complete extent, but I love it, definitely, guys. So we start off here. We got some 101st guys, Doom's Legion, I believe, Doom Company, there we go, yeah. Then we got all the 104th guys. Just take a quick look at them. There's just so many. I actually do enjoy being an EOD guy for how they've incorporated the hazard gear here, the base like incinerator design with the EOD design here. It looks very, very nice. I'm blown away at like just how nice these ones in particular turn out. So look at this, guys. This is pretty good here. Get another good example here. Kal-El's commander outfit, repping the Black Panther there. Let's see. I like this one right here. This guy. It's really nice. And finish it off here with Zeros. Another really nice one here. Let's see what we got here. So we got the 187th back there. But before we get to them, we have the. Let me see who this is. You can see, of course, all of the stuff offered here with the units. I believe this is the 172nd Legion. A lot of units I'm just not, you know, used to. Majority of these are going to be fan-made, you know, to accommodate their desires of color palette. There's, you know, what they want to represent in lore-wise. So sorry if I do, you know, get some of these wrong because I'm not accustomed to them. This one right here is really funky looking, just like a cow design. Alright. Got the 187th here. I feel like there's actually a couple things missing from 187th because there's still like hazard gear and stuff like that put in, I think, or airborne. Now we move on over to the 21st. Of course, they're not repping their like snow outfit there, and more just their phase 2 outfits here. A couple RFIC hazard right there. So moving on here, we got this big old bright green right here. Where are these guys? 268th Legion APGO. I believe these are more PvP based guys here. A couple phase 1s in between. I like how the visors turned out on these ones in particular with the green. I always thought those looked pretty neat. It's kind of hard to make all that fit in, and this crazy little just flashy color right here, I like this a lot with the Wolf's design, especially with the visor. I can't get over the green visor on the phase 1. They actually turn out really nice here, glowing in the dark also. But the blue and green, I know some people will be like, it's too much, but I think it works in that case. You know, it isn't too many colors. It's just the, you know, their normal green, and then just one added flare to make them stand out on their own just a little bit more. Next we move on to the 305th Intelligence Battalion. I don't think it's spelled right. I don't know. You guys tell me if that's how it's meant to be spelled there with the 305th. And then moving on to them, we have the 31st Nexu Battalion, and then we got 327th here. Look at them. One interesting thing here with 327th compared to some of these other ones is they do actually have like the muddy like feet and knee pads here. So I just thought they turned out pretty nice there, because to be honest, they do have that kind of like urine yellow tint to them, so kind of make them stand out a little bit more and make them even scruffier, give them that little dirt flare to them. It's really nice. Next up, by 332nd Legion. Funny little meme here that I kind of figured upon was they have Chich here with his commander outfit, but then they have a 332nd commander outfit also. So I don't know what that was supposed to be, but that's a thing. We got this crazy looking camouflage here. This is Dragoon, it says. Yeah, I don't know what what's going on here. I'm not crazy about like these types of camos. We'll get, of course, to like the base camos here in the back later, but let's just keep on rolling on through 332nd. So you hear more of that type of camo there. Like the airborne medical looks pretty nice. Of course, just the base airborne right there with wolves. It's pretty nice. Moving on through, we got the 416th SOL. Pretty neat, must be new. Different visors. Yeah, they got the blue visors. Pretty nice. Base 501st. Of course, 501st more about being a uniform unit, nothing, no iniquities about them. And honestly, so there's just not much need for 501st Legion when it comes to needing custom armor, sadly, but definitely makes up more for it in the grander scheme of the community. You'll see, and I think definitely in like solo play, not just in multiplayer, but you'll see a lot of these being used because they tell a good story, and I'm all about that story. 506 here, airborne represent. Loving how they, using the airborne helmets now. I don't know if they ever switched over to like parachutes or whatnot, but I know they were doing jetpacks for a while. Big fan of these guys. Pretty nice guys to hang out with. Shout out to my boy Eagle. So, good old purple days. Got the 5th Fleet here. Of course, another little Easter egg when we were making things and the textures just got all destroyed, and we're like, hey, let's make that say that even from the failures we can make something good. So I'm trying to, at least. After 5th Fleet, we got on to the 612th Legion. No, I'm not really known too much about or keen to. They kind of their design reminds me of this next one, the 9th. So I don't know if they're like an off branch or what. So, and then after that we have the 796, which I believe is Merrick's unit. So shout out to him for that one also, looking pretty nice. I love the little teal blue here. And then we have the 9th Assault Corps. Don't know what they're up to nowadays, but best of luck to them, of course. Actually, I think I said that wrong. Are these the 9th? Or 7th? These are 7th, yeah. Alright. And then after that, we got the 898th. Don't know them at all, so I can't say anything about them. Then we have the 9th, another big one here. I believe they merged with Arkins and what he was doing there. Next up, the Anti-heresy trooper. Definitely, probably like top 5 like favorites. Like, this is just a beautiful like design here, from the backpack design to like the skirt and how it turned out. Just amazing. I just couldn't say anything more about it. We have the base designs here for the camouflage. Corvus did want me to tell everybody that the naval is getting reworked. It's somehow like a low-key favorite of people's to use. It's just really nice to hear. So then we have the one and the only for Clan Scarada or Clan House Scarada, something, is Elf right here. I don't even know if he's still in there, but he's there. Next up, we have some Coruscant Guards, followed by Ghost Division. I always like how Ghost Division turned out, by the way. I know I say that just probably because of the green visor, but definitely just like the Phase 1 design looked pretty nice. After that, we have Horn Company. I don't even know what they're doing still, but I like their design. One of the first ones, actually, I think, that was supported. I'm not too sure about that one. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was. Then we have some ISR stuff here. There's some ISR stuff missing, but I understand because if you guys have noticed around, I haven't been doing too much Arma. This life gets busy, you know. But there's some stuff here. This EOD right here, fun story. This isn't actually the one that needs to be put in. Flash actually did this one. This was done by another good old friend of ours. But yeah, we got this one right here, kind of scratched up, but it's okay. I like this one, Scourge Trooper in particular. Completely biased to it. First ever armor I made. Spider-Man, you know, always close to my heart. Great design. We got some, this was when we were first figuring out the hazmat helmets and kind of what, you know, we can do with them and how they can work. So these are kind of some base designs here. So looking back at it now, I like this one right here for like a 21st perspective, but if I could go back and I could remove the bloody handprint, I would keep this one exactly how it is, even with the cracked visor. I think it looks really nice, but the bloody handprint was probably just a little too much. Then we have the Make the Republic Great Again. I think it was from a contest that someone won for design. It's great. I can't complain about it. It's estimated 1776. It is great. Then we have some actually, let's go back to this one real quick. Another ISR Airborne, another one that we were testing out when this first came out. If I could go back and take one thing out, it'd definitely be the little bloody handprint. I think it was just a little too much, but everything else did turn out really nice for it. Especially like I like the back here, the white goes down there. So we go back to here. We have the base design for the hazmat, hazard, whatever some people want to call it. Base design for the airborne right here. Base design for phase 1 and for the ARC trooper. So we have those right there. Moving on, we have base for phase 1s in terms of lieutenant, commander, captain, all that. These guys turned out really nice too. Big fan on how these ones worked out. Wish there was more phase 1 stuff going on, but you give it and take when it comes to people's preferences of phase 2. We got Nolarch's Alcor here, and then we got some Rancor guys. And finally, we have some devs, new and old. Here we got myself, of course. Always going to be biased right here for the design. I decided to not include the skirt. I wish it could get rid of these little like gun pouches for the sidearms, but they still turned out pretty nice. I like the red padding for the undersuit here. Turns out really nice. We have Clock's armor here. He has his normal and just like Republic Commando test to see if we can get it working again. We got Corvus's dev armor here. Desi, Elf, Magnet, Muffin, and Saber. Of course, there are more devs here, but these are the ones who have their armor put in. And then there's some devs that are with the team, well, not with the team anymore, but we still keep them in just for fun, for them to use got the E-web here and the portable repeater. I know someone's mowing in the backyard, of course, as soon as I start this, but you can't help it, of course. So we got the ARC Trooper backpack here, just like a base design for people. That does include the armor on top. Then we got the Katarn backpack and some hazard backpacks. I just am blown away at how awesome some of these look. They just turned out really nice. I'm not too crazy about like the pouches on the front here with the backpacks. I honestly believe they should be more of like a vest thing, but they do turn out really nice when you put them with the armor. I'll say that. So we'll just keep on moving through here. Of course, the Anti-heresy backpack, once again I talked about. Base tan design, I like how this one turned out. Looks pretty cool. And then finally here we have the binoculars and just another long-range field radio. But here's the big ones here. We've already showcased the medical droid in the container before, but here it is, the Bacta station. Works right now the same way as the medical droid does with ACE interactions. Hopefully we can get animation work for this thing. This thing is great. I love it. I'm biased because I made the texture for it. Very base design. This wasn't the first concept for the texture, I'll say that. But it's like the preferred one that they wanted to use for the glowing illumination of the blue Bactas. Tell me what you guys think. In lore, technically in history and all that, I'm not too crazy about sticking to lore. I like making my own lore, as you guys know. But there was red Bacta, and I would love to see that incorporated somehow. I don't know if we'd ever be able to work into replenishing ammo and Arma with one of these things. Maybe we could, but we could use that in different ways, whether it be yellow Bacta, red Bacta, incorporating different ways for you to replenish health, or I was gonna say armor for a second, health or ammo and whatnot. But these things turned out really nice. So we can get inside here a little bit. See, I can't see that, the little piece that's gonna pop off when it animates. And yeah, just really excited. I hope this gets good use. It'll be a little bit more fun for RP purposes and whatnot. But that's going to do it here for the update for Star Wars Legion Armory 0.9.4. Had to write that down. And we'll take it to you guys next time. Peace out.